What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over the best settings for Valorant, not only in-game but also special system settings that will not only boost your FPS by like triple, but it will also lower your input lag tremendously, so your overall gaming experience is just that much better, you know? If this sounds interesting to you guys, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe down below. We are growing really fast and I'm loving making these YouTube videos. Alright, let's hop into this and boost your FPS right now. Alright guys, so starting with the in-game settings, go to the top left corner and click on settings, just like that. Now once you're here, go to video, and we want to be checking for our display mode. You obviously want to have your normal resolution. Mine is 16:9, 1920 by 1080, 144 hertz. Display mode is really important. Full screen has the least amount of input lag, so overall your game will be way more responsive, less laggy, and less slow. So you definitely have this on, not on windowed mode. Obviously have your monitor in, letterbox. I like to have limits on my FPS just because I think it runs my game a lot smoother. I just have 60, 144, 30, and then 300 because 300 is honestly, it's way more than enough when you're in game. Most of the time it doesn't even reach to 300, so I just stick it wherever you're comfortable with. You won't really see a difference between 144 and 300. Next, go to graphics quality. Make sure everything on here is low. This will give you the most FPS. It'll make the game a little less pretty, but I think it's worth it because you're gonna have a lot more FPS. Turn both of these off. You don't want VSync or Virginet ever. For anti-aliasing, you would definitely want to have this set to none. Anisotropic filtering, and definitely turn that to 1x. I like to have improved clarity on, makes the game look a little bit prettier because obviously we have all of these off, so we want to make it look decent. Enhanced gun skin visual, same thing, it's just personal preference. Distortion and shadows, definitely want to have off because that will lower your FPS, which is not what you want. Alright, last thing for in-game settings, you want to go to stats. This is all preference, but I like having this on just so I can see my FPS. I also like seeing my packet loss. This is your ping right here, doesn't really matter for me. And then go to audio. Optionally, you can turn off these two settings and that will lower your FPS a little bit. So like if you're a really competitive player, you don't want to have the characters like speaking in game because they like say those cringy voice lines sometimes. You can click these two off and you'll have a slight increase in FPS if you do that. Alright, that is pretty much it for the in-game settings. Let's go ahead and close out the game and get into our other settings. Alright, next up, once you're on your desktop, you just want to go ahead and search for your GeForce Experience. If you have an Nvidia graphics card, you should 100% have this GeForce Experience app. Search that up. And you want to just make sure that your Windows and your GeForce Experience drivers are all up to date. Alright, once you're logged in, go ahead and go to drivers. And as you can see, I have the latest driver right here. It'll say it right here at the top. If you do have new drivers, you can click right here and it'll bring up your driver. If you have it installed, it should show a check mark just like this. Alright, next what you want to do is you want to go down to the bottom right here, the search bar, search check for updates. If you're on a Windows 10 PC, this will pop up. As you can see, I am up to date. Check for updates. It'll scan your entire computer and it'll show up if you have a new update to install or not. As you can see, I'm up to date. After you've done that, go ahead and go back to your search bar and type in game mode, just like this. Now, game mode used to be actually really bad, but if you're on the latest Windows 10 PC, you actually want to have game mode on because it can actually increase your FPS by quite a lot, especially if you're on an older PC. If you're on a more modern one, it won't do as much, but you definitely want to have this checked if you are on an older PC that's running Windows 10. Next, you want to go to game bar and you want to make sure that game bar is turned off. This thing is super annoying. It always like asks you whenever you open a game to like record, because it will not only decrease your FPS, but it's also just freaking annoying and nobody wants it on. Alright guys, the next thing you want to do is you want to click on your user settings right here and you want to go all the way down to appearance. Now once you're in here, go ahead and go all the way to the down and you want to turn off hardware acceleration. This is what you want to turn off because it will actually decrease your FPS just like these other things that I'm telling you to turn off. And you should be all good with that. This can also affect you while you're using Google as well. So go ahead and go to these three dots right here. Click on settings. Once you're here, you want to scroll down all the way down to where it says advanced. Right here, it'll say use hardware acceleration when available. You want to check that off for the exact same reason. Okay, guys, that's basically it for all of the settings in game and your Windows. If you guys have an Nvidia graphics card, you guys can keep watching. If not, you're all good to go, and I appreciate you guys sticking around and improving your game quality. If you guys do have an Nvidia graphics card, stick around because this is going to be very, very important for a lot of FPS. Right click on your desktop, go to Nvidia control panel. Once you're in here, you want to go right here to adjust image settings with preview. Go down to use the advanced 3D image settings. Make sure you have this checked. And you want to make sure you have your performance all the way on quality. Once you can check this, you want to press on apply. It's very important, and it'll always prompt you. Even if you already have it checked, it'll tell you to apply. All right, after you do that, click on take me there. All right, once you're in here, you want to press on program settings, and you want to select your game. So this is going to be Valorant or whatever kind of game. This can work for any other game or any other software you have open. Press on Valorant right here. If you do not see one in this list right here, you can press on add. And it should be right here. You can just search that up, press on that, and then press add selected program. And then you should have it up right here. Pretty much what you want to do is just copy all of these settings down. This is super, super important. It can make your game like 10 times better just in these settings right here. Image sharpening you want to have off. Anastrophic filtering you want to have off. Pretty much all of the anti-aliasing stuff you want to have completely off. For CUDA GPU, I have this on. Low latency mode I have to ultra. Max frame rate you want to have off. Modeler technology, you want to be using the global setting so it's G-Sync compatible. For multi-frame sample you want to have off. OpenGL you want to have it on your graphics card. Obviously you don't want to have it on auto select. Have it on your graphics card. Power management mode you want to have it on prefer maximum performance. Application controlled. Shader cache is on. Texture filtering on. Textures allow. High performance on. Auto off. 3D application, use global settings, and that's pretty much it. After you do this though, it's super, super important that you press apply, or else none of these settings will be saved. So press apply. It'll flash a little bit, don't worry, because you're all good to go. Alrighty guys, that's pretty much it for the video. These settings are going to give you the most amount of frames and the lowest amount of input lag with no stuttering and the optimal performance that you would want to play your games. If this tutorial helped you guys out, I appreciate a like and subscribe down below. Lots more videos coming really soon. Appreciate all the support I've gotten recently. Anyway guys, stay safe out there. Have the best day you can, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out guys.